St. Theresa Church is a Catholic church under the jurisdiction of the Archdiocese of Madras Mylapore, Chennai Mylai, in Tamil Nadu, India, in Sembian Division of Perambur, Chennai. Approximately 900 families have the membership in this Catholic parish. Many people from various parts of Chennai make pilgrimage to this church for the devotion of infant Jesus. Saint Theresa is the patron saint of Sembian church parishioners. She is also known as Saint Theresa Child Jesus. She was born at Alençon, France, January 2, 1873, died at Lisieux September 30, 1897. When she was 15, she applied for permission to enter the Carmelite convent, and being refused by the superior, went to Rome with her father, as eager to give her to God as she was to give herself, to seek the consent of Pope Leo XIII, then celebrating his jubilee. He preferred to leave the decision in the hands of the superior, who finally consented, and on April 9, 1888, at the unusual age of 15, Therese Martin entered the convent of Lisieux, where two of her sisters had preceded her. The account of the 11 years of her religious life, marked by signal graces and constant growth in holiness, is given by Sir Therese in her autobiography, written in obedience to her superior and published 2 years after her death. In 1901 it was translated into English, and in 1912 another translation, the first complete edition of the Life of the Servant of God, containing the autobiography, letters, and spiritual counsels, was published. Its success was immediate, and it has passed into many editions, spreading far and wide the devotion to this little saint of simplicity and abandonment in God's service, of the perfect accomplishment of small duties. The fame of her sanctity and the many miracles performed through her intercession caused the introduction of her cause of canonization only 17 years after her death, June 10, 1914. Therese was beatified on April 29, 1923, and canonized on May 17, 1925, by Pope Pius XI, only 28 years after her death. Therese of Lisieux is the patron saint of people with AIDS, aviators, florists, illnesses, and missions. She is also considered by Catholics to be the patron saint of Russia. In 1927, Pope Pius XI named Theresa patroness of the missions. By the Apostolic Letter Divini Amoris Scientia, the Science of Divine Love, of October 19, 1997, Pope John Paul II declared her one of the doctors of the Universal Church, one of only 3 women so named, the others being Teresa of Avila, Saint Teresa of Jesus, and Catherine of Siena. In 1967 the people of Majamanagar built a church in the name of Saint Teresa of Child Jesus. On those days that church was under Our Lady of Lourdes Shrine Parish, Perambur. St. Theresa Church was bifurcated from Our Lady of Lourdes Shrine, Perambur, and established as independent parish with 400 families in 1994. It was entrusted to Salesian priest Basil S.D.B. Father Basil, 1994 to 2003, bought an 8-ground land in Sembian to build a new church with more facilities. The church was built and consecrated by Archbishop Roldos James. After 9 years, the church was handed over to Archdiocese of Madras Mylapore. Father Inigo, 2003 to 2010, was the first diocesan priest appointed for this parish. Our Lady's Grotto and Parish House was constructed and completed in 2003 by him. In 2006, he began the devotion of infant Jesus, for giving homage to the statue brought from Prague. In 2008, Father Inigo built Blessing Tower at the entrance of this church. In 2011, Father K.T. Matthew, 2010 to 2011, furnished a guest house for priests. Father Stephen, 2011 to 2013, made the interior architectural works in the church. Father Joseph Albert, 2015, is the present parish priest. First day of the month, the day devoted to Saint Theresa, is celebrated at evening with rosary, novena prayer, and mass. Thursdays, the day devoted to infant Jesus, is celebrated at evening with rosary, mass, and oil pouring ritual. First Fridays, celebrated at evening for the devotion to Sacred Heart of Jesus with rosary, mass, and Eucharistic adoration. First Saturdays, celebrated at evening for the devotion to Mother Mary with rosary and mass. 24th of the month, celebrated at evening for the devotion to Our Lady Help of Christians with rosary and mass. Church Festival. St. Teresa's feast is celebrated on first Sunday of October with great devotion. Before that, novena prayers and mass celebrated at evening for 9 days start from flag hoisting. References